Welcome to our Give Thanks full body workout. We're going to begin with a little warm up first. So you can make your way to comfortable spots. We'll start standing and we're going to begin with a squat and reach. So nice wide stance. We'll squat down as low as comfortable, then reach nice and tall overhead. And you can kind of work into that squat, getting maybe a little bit lower each time as we open up the hips. And of course, stretch out the upper body with that overhead reach. And shifting our focus to our squat here for a moment, we are pressing up through the heels and squeezing glutes. As we come to standing, if you'll see, bring the hips forward just a little bit as we stand. Spend about 10 more seconds here. And we'll start to add in a forward fold in 3, 2, 1. So we're going to keep with our squat. One at the bottom, we're going to kind of lift the hips up, let the head go down. We'll squat back down and come to standing. So again, we're still squatting. We are lifting the hips, stretching the hamstrings out, squatting back down and standing. Starting to really loosen up those hamstrings, loosen up the low back. If you want to spend some extended time in that forward fold, feel free. You can also kind of shift around, maybe sway with the upper body, whatever's feeling good to get the body moving and warm. We'll spend 10 more seconds here. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We'll keep our wide stance, moving to windmill toe touches. Arms come out wide to start, and we'll hinge down to reach towards the shin or the toes. However low is comfortable. We focus on pressing those hips forward as we stand. We are squeezing the glutes to lift ourselves up. And keep it nice and slow, no rush. We'll spend about 10 more seconds here. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, final warm-up exercise. We're gonna go for another hinge. We have some hinging today, so getting prepared for it. Feet are gonna be about hip width apart. We're going to hinge down, so we're pressing the hips behind us, leading with the chest, and at the bottom, we'll go for a T lift, an I lift, which will be a little diagonal, and then an I. Sorry, Y, then I. Can't remember what I said. And we'll stand up. So again, hinging down, go for that T, go for the Y, and go for the I. And we'll stand it up. I won't spend too much time here, just starting to bring some warmth to that upper body as well. Getting those posterior chain muscles, the hamstrings, glutes, low back, warmed up and ready to go. Try to go through one more time. Then whenever you finish that out, you can come to standing, shake the hands out. And we're going to begin by giving thanks to the low body. So thankful for strong legs. So we're going to begin with some 1.5 squats. Really quick, take this away because I know you can hear it. So for 1.5 squats, option of holding weights or no weights, we're going to be squatting down all the way, bring it halfway up, bring it back down, and then come to standing. So just kind of adding a little bounce on the way up. So if you want to go body weight, that's fine. If you want to hold weights, hold them by the chest. We'll go for 1 minute total. We'll begin in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So squatting all the way down, bring it halfway up, back to the bottom, and all the way up. And slow and steady. Focusing on squeezing those glutes. Help to keep the body stable. The shoulders are back, the chest is lifted tall. The legs are telling you they're thankful by getting a little warm. Start to feel that burn. We're well over halfway through. Nice work, we'll keep it going, strong and steady. About 15 seconds left. Getting a little bit lower if you can at the bottom. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, you can finish it out and you can make your way to standing. Woo. Set the weights down for a moment, little burst of cardio just for fun, low body focused of course. We're gonna go for a squat and hamstring curl alternating. So when we squat down, we're gonna bring arms out in front of us. As we stand, we'll bring one heel up towards the glutes and pull the arms back, just to incorporate the upper body a little bit. So we have 30 seconds, going a little bit quicker than I was, in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go, so squat down, reach out. As we stand, pull those arms in. Not to kick my helper. Still getting low in that squat. Squeezing those shoulder blades tight as we row. 10 seconds. Nice, last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, good. Woo. All right, one more exercise in this set before we head back to the top. We're gonna go for some hinging as promised. So go ahead and pick up your dumbbells. We're gonna go through some alternating kickstand deadlifts, regular deadlifts. So we have a minute, so you can keep it slow, but I'll quick show you here. We're gonna start with kind of just on the tippy toes of that left foot, hinging down just like our warm up, pulling up, bring the foot back down, hinge, pull up, then right foot kickstand, hinge, pull up. So just alternating between regular and that kickstand kind of single leg deadlift. So we'll get ready here in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So kickstand that left foot, hinging down as far as comfortable, pulling up through the heel. Then we'll go to that regular 2 feet down on the right side. And you can go at your own pace. Should be leading with the chest, really pushing the hips behind us. Like you're trying to tap a wall. We're squeezing those glutes nice and tight as we come to standing. There we go. Rosie approves, keep it going. And keep squeezing those glutes, brace the core tight by drawing belly button towards the spine. 10 seconds left. Down to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, good. All right. Option to keep your weights if you'd like. We're back to the top with our 1.5 squats. Second and final round through this set. So you can assume the position, feet about hip width or slightly wider if it's comfortable. We'll get ready for 1 minute once again in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So squatting all the way down, half up, back to the bottom, and all the way up. Keeping the chest lifted tall, shoulders are back. You're in no rush. Powering up through those heels. Good. We're over halfway through. Staying strong and focused. Maybe trying to get a little bit lower at the bottom if we can, if that's comfortable. Palm stretch, final 10 seconds. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can finish it out, and we'll set the weights down for a moment. Shake it out. Maybe take some arm swings if the upper back's feeling a little tight. And we are back to our little cardio burst with our squat and alternating hand curl, adding in the arms with out as we squat, row as we hand curl. So we'll begin in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Squatting down, reach out as we stand. Bring the heel up towards the glutes. Squeezing those shoulder blades tight. Here we go. 15 seconds left, flying by. Down to our final 10. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoo! All right. Shake it out, take a deep breath. We're back to our kickstand, regular kickstand deadlifts. Another slow one, so you can pick up your weights or whatever you're using. We have 1 minute, beginning in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So kickstanding to start, hinging down, squeezing the glutes as we come to standing. One more note I'll throw in this round, making sure the back stays relatively flat here. We want the shoulder blades squeezed together, really strengthening all those postural muscles, as well as the posterior chain, hamstrings, glutes, low back. You're well over halfway. Rosie has already lost interest in our workout. Keep squeezing those glutes tight and pulling up through the heel or heels with the double. 10 seconds left. Final 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoo, we'll set our weights down and shake it out. I have a hair on me. Feel free to grab a sip of water if you'd like. Next up, we're going to give some thanks to the back and biceps. We will need dumbbells, so keep them close. All right, so beginning this round, we're going to go for lots of rows to begin. So with our weights, we again are finding that hinge forward. We're going to go through row 3 and hold 3. So palms are going to face to start. You're going to row by pulling the weight straight up towards us, keeping the arms about 90 degrees at the top, and really squeezing the shoulder blades. So once we get 3, we're going to pull it up and hold for 3 counts. I'll let you count on your own. We'll lower down, then just go right into another row 3, hold 3, etc. Halfway, we are going to switch our grips. So like I said, we'll start with palms facing each other. We're going to flip to an underhand grip, so palms will face forward about halfway through. Just listen up for that. Otherwise, you can grab your dumbbells and get ready to go, finding that hinge position. Hips back, core brace tight. We'll begin in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And rowing for 3. You can go at your own pace, do your own counting, and hold for 3 counts. The slower, the better. Really focusing on leading with those elbows, squeezing the shoulder blades tight. Good work. Smooth and steady here. The back will be very thankful after this. All right, and go ahead and switch your grip underhand. Still sticking with the row 3, hold 3 pattern. Seeing the biceps a little more involved here. Nice work. We're in our home stretch. Final 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. You can release, stand up. We'll set the weights down just to give some nice arm circles, kind of release the shoulders, relax the upper back. Good. All right. You can grab your weights. Moving on to some biceps. We're going to do a countdown round. So by that, I mean we're going to go between wide curls we'll start with 8 reps, and then go to hammer curls with palms facing in the center for 8 reps, and then we'll go 6 reps, 6 reps, 4, 4, and 2. So making our way down, feel free, always an option to alternate curls. You can also drop weights or drop down in weights and follow along, and take breaks whenever you need to. But we'll move together with this one. We'll begin with wide curls, 8 reps in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So we're curling up all the way down. Try to stick with me. Here's 6 reps. All the way to the shoulders. Here's 4, 3, 2, last one. Moving to hammer curls, palms face each other. We'll curl it up, back down, keeping the body controlled. Nice and slow, all the way up, full curls. Here's 4, 3, 2, last one here. Good, and we'll go back to wide curls, 6 reps. We'll curl it up, back down, and standing tall, shoulders back. Here's 3, 2, 1. We'll go to hammer curls, palms face. We'll curl it up, back down, and standing tall. Try not to sway the body. Here's 4, 3, 2, last one. Woo, 4 curls, wide reps. We'll curl it up, back down. 3, 2, 1 more. Good, back to hammer curls. We'll curl it up and down. Here's 3, 2, loving those biceps. 1 more. Final round, wide curls. Here's 2, 1, hammer curls for 2, and 1. Whoo! Biceps are nice and warm, saying thank you for working us today. You can shake the arms out. The next one, we won't need any weights. We are going to head down to the ground. Ideally, a mat if you have one. Rosie's, of course, interested in this part. You can make your way on. He's afraid of the dishes that just fell. Anyway, all the way down to your mat. Arms are going to start reached out in front of us. Legs can either stay on the ground or you can lift them up, whatever's more comfortable. But from here, we're going to be lifted, again, either just upper body, or you can go full. We'll alternate, pull down left, pull down right, pull down same time. We'll try to stay lifted as we move through these motions and really focusing on squeezing the shoulder blades. So we'll go for 30 seconds, moving at your own pace. We'll begin in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And I am staying down. Rosie's sitting on me. Very nice of him. Squeezing those shoulder blades tight. Maybe even holding for a moment to really feel those muscles engaged. Awesome work. 10 seconds left. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you can lower down. We'll take a stretch back if you don't have a dog sitting on you. Child's pose for 2 deep breaths. Nice stretch and release for the back. For the hips too, you can kind of sway side to side. Good. All right. From here, we'll make our way back to the top. No cardio this round. So we're back to our bent over row. I have to think about that for a second. So you can grab your weights. Same as last time. Row 3, hold 3. We'll begin with a regular grip with palms facing, and then again, we'll flip to that underhand grip halfway. So we'll get ready, feet about hip width apart, pushing hips behind us, bracing that core tight in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So starting with row 3. We'll hold for 3, squeezing those shoulder blades. Let you count, move at your own pace. Again, slower the better, especially with that hold. About 10 seconds, and we'll switch our grip. You can go ahead and flip your grip when it's convenient, flipping palms up for underhand. Continue with that same pattern, 3 and 3. If you're feeling it in the low back, start to squeeze the glutes a little bit tighter to help support the body. Breathe through. Final 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you can release. We'll stand up. If you want to set the weights down, you can. Otherwise, we'll just kind of roll the shoulders, shake the upper body out, take some deep breaths. And now we're back to our countdown round. So going again between our wide curls, our hammer curls, always option to alternate, drop down in weights, or just take a rest entirely. We'll begin with 8 reps, wide curls in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So curling all the way up the shoulders, back down with control. Exhaling as we curl, inhale on the way down. Last 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Good, and we'll head to hammer curls, palms face. We'll curl all the way up, back down. Standing tall, avoid any swing with the body as much as possible. Last 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Good, back to wide curls for 6, curling up, back down. Exhale as we curl. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Good, hammer curls. We'll curl up, back down, control the body, brace the core. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Good, wide curls. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hammer curls for 4, 3, slow and steady. 2, 1. Last round, back to wide for 2, 1. Hammer for 2, and 1. Good. You can set the weights down, give the arms a little shake and release. Feeling good and warm. We'll make our way back down to the mat, back to our super pull downs with our alternating left, right, and both at the same time. We have 30 seconds on the clock, beginning in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Again, the whole body can be lifted if you want to bring the feet up, or you can set them down. Let's really focus on letting the back do the work. You're squeezing those shoulder blades tight. 10 seconds. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, good. Woo. Take another stretch back to child's pose. Good release for the end of this round. You can sway side to side, take some deep breaths. And if you'd like to, you can also grab a sip of water. We're gonna head back to a little more leg love. Don't worry, we're not done with legs. So we are gonna start off with some lunges, everyone's favorite. With lunges, we have option of using weights or no weights. And for this lunge round, we are going to go through reverse lunges and side lunges. So you can either hold the weights at the sides or up at the shoulders, whatever is easier, more comfortable for you. So for the reverse lunge, we're gonna take a step back, slow as comfortable, back up, and we'll step it to the side, back up. Now that I'm doing this, hold your weights at the shoulders. It will be easier this way if you wanna use weights. So we'll just stay on right leg to start, right leg moving that is. And then halfway through, we'll switch to that left side. So make sure you have a little bit of space to move. We'll get ready in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So reverse first, lowest comfortable. And stepping out, pushing the hips behind us, back up. And take your time transitioning between these two. Should have a nice light step for that side lunge especially. Awesome work, we'll keep it going. We'll get ready to switch in 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll switch, stepping left leg back, reverse lunge first. We'll step to the side, really pushing the hips behind us. And taking our time, aiming for smooth transitions. 10 seconds to go. Final 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. You can set the weights down if you had them. Catch your breath. We're gonna bump up the cardio again. So we have 2 options for this exercise. We have down jacks. So first option is low impact. We're gonna step out, reach down, then come to standing. So either right here, or you can go for a full down jack, jumping out and reaching down, bringing the feet together in between. So you can pick what option's best for you. Feel free to mix and match per usual. We have 30 seconds, beginning in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Getting as low as comfortable here. Really trying to push the pace if you can. Nice work. 15 seconds. Final 10. And here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, from here we're gonna head down to our mats. Working on some glutes next. Option to use weights if you like, or no weights. We're gonna go through a lovely glute bridge series, if I do say so myself. So if you want weights, you can hold them over the hips. Feet are about hip width apart per usual. And we're gonna start with single lifts. Just lifting up as high as you can, then back down with control. If you want an extra challenge, try not to set the hips on the ground, let them float just an inch or 2 over the ground. So we'll begin there. Listen up as we go, add in some stuff, make it extra fun. So single lifts beginning in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And lifting and lowering back down. Really focusing on pressing up through the heels as we press the hips towards the ceiling. Nice work. We have about 10 more seconds here. We'll go to a hold at the top. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we're holding as high as we can, just squeezing the glutes tight, pressing the hips up towards the ceiling. We're powering up through those heels. Gonna bring a ½ inch higher, maybe ½ inch higher. 10 more seconds. We'll go to a pulse at the top. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll begin pulsing and just moving an inch or two, really pressing up through those heels. Should feel tension in the glutes and hamstrings throughout. Always remembering to breathe through here. Okay, we have about 10 more seconds. We're back to a hold. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Holding at the top. You can really press those hips up. Should feel a little love in those glutes at this point. Bring them up a ½ inch higher. Good. 10 seconds. We'll finish with single lifts again, all the way up, all the way down. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Lifting all the way up, all the way down. Again, for that challenge, try to hover above the ground. Don't set it all the way down. You have 10 seconds left. Love in the burn. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. You can lower down. If you had weights, you can set them aside. We'll take knees to chest. Draw some circles with the knees for a little release of the glutes and hips. Good. All right, while we're down here, we're going to begin incorporating a little bit of love for the core. So we're going to begin with penguins. So legs are going to be just as they were for our glute bridge. Make sure your weights are out of your way. From here, we're going to be lifting the shoulder blades off the mat and waddling side to side, kind of reaching towards the heels. If the neck is feeling a little strained, another option too, can grasp it with a little basket grip behind the head and kind of dip elbows towards the sides while staying lifted as much as possible. Yes, we'll call these turkeys today since it's Thanksgiving themed. So we'll begin with our turkeys in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Taking up lots of space. Keeping those shoulder blades lifted off the mat. 15 more seconds. And final 10, lift a ½ inch higher. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. We'll lay completely flat, so straightening out the legs too. Final exercise, we're back to the top. We have all the way ups or roll ups. So starting from the ground, we're going to roll ourselves to reach, kind of get a stretch in the hamstrings, and lower all the way down as slow as you can go. We have 30 seconds once again in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Let's get a nice bonus stretch with this one. Slow all the way down. Really focusing on engaging the core, thinking one vertebra at a time. Feel the core work as we lay ourselves down. 10 seconds. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can finish it out. Make your way all the way down nice and slow. Woo. All right. From here, we'll just roll ourselves on up once again. But this time, making our way to standing. Here, finally back to the top. Back to our lunge round. So an option of weights, holding at the shoulders, or no weights. Alternating between our reverse lunge, stepping it back, and side lunge, stepping out to the side. So We have 1 minute total. Switching legs halfway through. We'll begin in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Stepping it back first. And out to the side, get a wide step, press hips behind us. Getting as low as comfortable with each of these movements. I'm trying to just glide in between the two, nice and slow transition. Ooh, about 10 seconds. You're ready to switch in 3, 2, 1. Good. We'll switch the left leg back and to the side. Really pushing hips behind us for that side lunge. Keeping chest lifted. Awesome work. You're powering through here. Home stretch. Final 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Whew, we'll set the weights down. Shake it out. Back to our little cardio burst, either down jacks or option of those step outs, altering the hand you reach down with. We'll begin in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go, reaching down, popping right back up. Either hopping down or stepping like I am. Getting the heart rate up or keeping the heart rate up, it's already there. 15 seconds. Final 10. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. All right, we'll head to our mats. Making our way down. Option of weights or no weights for our glute bridge series. No surprises, same as last time. So we'll start with our single glute bridge lifts, feet about hip width apart. Option of weights right over the hips. We'll begin in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So lifting, lowering. And smooth and steady here. Pressing up through the heels to lift those hips towards the ceiling. About 10 more seconds. We'll go to a hold. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding at the top, really press through the heels, squeeze the glutes tight. Keep them lifted as high as we can. Breathing through. Loving that. If you have a little shake, we're loving the shake, loving the burn, breathing through it. We'll get ready for a pulse at the top next in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. A little pulse, just a little bit of movement, couple inches up and down, pressing through the heels. We should feel that tension in the glutes and hamstrings throughout. Good. About 10 more seconds here, then we're back to a hold. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll hold at the top. Keep those hips lifted as high as you can. You're not here much longer. After this, we're going to finish up with single lifts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. All the way down, all the way up. If you want that extra challenge, don't set the glutes on the ground. Let them hover an inch or two over the ground. Woo! Loving that burn. Giving thanks to those glutes. We have 10 more seconds here. Down to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. You can set the weights aside if you had them. We'll get ready for penguins, or today, turkeys. Feet are staying right where they're at, lifting shoulder blades off the ground. We'll begin in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Reaching side to side, again, either with the hands or the elbows if they're behind the head. Staying lifted, breathing through. 15 seconds left. Down to 10. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. You can lower down. We'll straighten the legs out. Moving into our roll-ups or all the way ups in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Rolling up, bonus stretch, reach towards the toes, and control it all the way back down. Thinking 1 vertebra at a time. Really tuning in with the core as we control the body. 10 seconds. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can finish down, make your way all the way down. Whoo, good. All right, per usual, I'm always running a little late on time, but we have 1 more round to get through. Feel free to jump off if you need to. I always overplan. Too much fun stuff to get through. We're gonna stay on the ground. If you'd like a little extra cushioning for the knees, you can flip your mat over. We'll start with the right knee on the ground. The left foot is gonna step forward, and we're gonna try to keep the hips facing right in front of us. We just need 1 dumbbell. We're gonna go for a single arm overhead press. So weight on the right side, left arm just out for support, and we're gonna press it up and back down. Exhaling as we press, inhale on the way down, and try to keep the body stable. We're not wiggling around, moving around, just strong and steady. So we'll begin with that right arm here in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. This is a great core exercise as well as shoulders. Fun bonus with this one. And exhale on the press. Control it on the way down. Awesome work. We have 10 seconds left. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can finish it out, and then we'll switch sides. So this time, left knee is down. We're stepping the right leg forward. Weight on the left side, right arm out straight. We'll begin in 3, 2, 1. Here we go, pressing up, down with control. Keeping the body strong and steady. We're bracing that core tight, drawing belly button towards the spine. Awesome work. We'll keep it going. We have 10 final seconds. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can finish it out. Good. And we'll set the weights down. Staying on the ground. Again, if you want extra cushioning for the knees, you can flip your mat over. We have push-ups. And today we're doing some traveling push-ups. So by that, I mean we're going to do 1 push-up with 1 hand on the inside of your mat, 1 on the outside, lowering down. Then we'll step that hand in the middle, step the other one over, and do a push-up. So we're essentially just kind of walking side to side with 1 arm slightly in front of the other. So it'll stress that side a little more. We have 30 seconds here. We'll begin in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. A nice control. You can adjust the knees and feet as needed. Just getting as low as comfortable for you with that push-up. Inhaling on the way down, exhale as we press. Awesome work. We have 10 seconds left. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. You can take a quick stretch back. And we'll go ahead and shift ourselves forward once again. We have a plank variation. So for this, we are going to be up on the hands, but you can be in a half kneeling plank or up on the toes. We're going to add in some shoulder taps and an overhead reach. So we're going to tap, tap, and then reach and reach. So really stressing the shoulders with this variation. Feel free if you want to start on the toes and drop down to knees whenever you need to. That's a great option. Otherwise, I will be hanging out on my knees for this one. We'll begin in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So again, one tap, and a reach, and a reach. Really focusing on controlling the body, bracing that core tight. Loving the burn in the shoulders. 10 seconds left. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We'll stretch it back. Take a deep breath, and we'll walk the hands up towards us. Back to our kneeling single arm press. So we'll begin with that right leg back, left leg steps forward. Weight is in the right hand to start. We'll get ready here in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And exhaling as we press. Inhale on the way down. Working to keep that body strong and stable. We're already halfway through. And give it thanks to those strong, strong shoulders after that first round. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We'll switch sides. So stepping left knee back, right foot forward, and switching over to the left arm. We'll begin in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And keeping the body stable, bracing that core tight. Exhaling as we press, and inhale on the way down. And keep up with those strong presses. You have 10 seconds left. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. You can set the weight down. Again, staying on the mat. Back to our traveling push-ups. We'll get ready and situated in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So one push-up. You can take your time, walking hands over, adjusting the knees and feet. Inhaling on the way down and exhale on the press. Good. We have 10 more seconds. You can do this. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we'll take a little stretch back, take 2 deep breaths. Just powering through this last round. All right. Final exercise for the day. We have our plank variation with our shoulder tap, reach. You can be on the knees, on the toes. We'll get ready and excited for our final 30 seconds in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. A nice tap, and reach. Moving at your own pace. Keep it nice and slow to focus on controlling the body. You have 15 seconds left. Draw the belly button towards the spine. Brace that core tight. And final 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome work. We'll sink the hips towards the heels. Child's pose, reaching those arms forward. Either keep the head lifted or you can rest forehead to the mat. From wherever you're at, we'll take some deep breaths, bring the heart rate down. Let the body relax. If you have time, you can stick around for a cool down. I don't know what it is about me going over for classes and just too many fun things to fit in. All right, we'll walk the hands up towards us and we'll go ahead and step the right leg forward carefully. We'll bring the left hip forward into a runner's lunge variation. If you'd like to stretch out the arms, we'll actually go for an overhead reach. So taking the left arm, reaching up and over, feel that nice stretch from the shoulder down the side. Let's hang out here for a couple deep breaths. Maybe rolling the wrists out, stretching the fingers. Good. Take one more deep breath. Then we'll start to unwind. We'll straighten out that front leg and reach down towards the knee, the shins, the toes. Hinge forward. Take one more deep breath. And we'll roll up the right leg. Stepping it back, we'll step left leg forward, push the right hip forward again. Feel that nice stretch in the hip flexor down into the quad as well. If you want that overhead side reach, you can add that in here. You can roll the wrist, stretch the fingers. Deep breaths. Take one more deep breath. Good, then we'll unwind, straightening out that left leg. We'll reach towards the knee, the shins, the toes, just hinging forward and holding. Take 2 deep breaths. Good, then we'll slowly roll up that leg. You can make your way to standing. We'll finish off with just a big overhead stretch, keep it short and sweet. But this part, reaching off to the left side, holding for 2 deep breaths. And we'll bring it up to the center and over to the right side. Big stretch and reach, 2 deep breaths. Good, when you're done with those, you bring arms back to the center, release them down nice and big. We'll take some shoulder rolls and shake it out. Thank you all so much for joining me for our Give Thanks workout. Apologies for always going over, but nice work today. And thank you for hanging with me. Awesome.